Play the SWAT thing again. Or not the SWAT, the SEAL team stuff. Sorry for buying.
came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
And save even more at Geico.com.
Illustrator JC Lyondek's whole theme.
Weirdness is we had to keep a low profile.
Because sexuality, it falls out of favor.
Training worldwide, all from home? That's a pro. Total body training with iFit trainers motivating you. Huge pro. Ride with a pro at 30 Pro 4, a smart out.
I'll be there.
Sorry, guys, I'm straight.
You're watching Minnesota's most watched station. This is WCCO4 News.
A place that feeds the heart of downtown Minneapolis needs your help. The House of Charity Food Center caught fire last night. The organization provides hundreds of meals to the hungry each day. Closed now, but hopes to serve other kitchens soon. If you would like to help House of Charity rebuild, head to WCCO.com/links. It's a favorite winter pastime. Some dealerships are already sold out of snowmobiles. WCCO's John Lauritsen shows us what doing to help get riders on sleds.
It's my only sled that I've got left for the year, and actually it's sold.
Jordan Deutscher believes this could be a record for snowmobile sales if he had any to sell. He's a sales for Heinen's Motorsports in Osseo.
Stuff's just been going faster than it's coming in. We have ordered lists for everything, and it's to get someone you don't have anything to sell, and that's what people are wanting right now.
Jordan's frustrations have been shared by dealers across the state.
We're still waiting on sleds that people have had on order since last March, and it looks like some until this March.
Corey King of Power Lodge in Ramsey says normally they'd have up to 300 snowmobiles in stock. This year, they've only had about 120 come in. When it comes to the supply chain, he says all it takes is one small part to hold up a big sale.
It's been everything from a shock component to a screen to sometimes raw materials to make a piece of the engine, where we'll have 90% of the engine ready to go. Missing one part makes the whole thing stumble.
To make up for a lack of inventory, Power Lodge has been doing something relatively unique. They've been renting out snowmobiles eager to get out on the trails.
That's been a popular alternative because the season is short, and right now conditions are for snowmobiling.
People need to shift the buying focus from I want it right now, I'm going to look for it, to I need to plan ahead. Going to contribute. That's going to be for the next 12 to 18 months at least in this industry.
In Ramsey, John Lauritsen, WCCO4 News.
That inventory is also an issue for four-wheelers and motorbikes as well. Dealers say COVID and a lack of assembly workers are playing a role in snowmobile inventory. Well, we have about the hunt for Kua's owner says she has been found. Somebody took the 4-month-old bull mastiff car in St. Paul nearly 2 weeks ago. His owner says he had run back inside for less than a minute. Police found the car and now Kua as well. Investigators have seen an uptick in thieves stealing cars that were left run cold. And it's tempting to do, Chris, because it has been so cold, but not a good idea.
No, it's not. It usually has bad results, as we say. It has been cold, so I understand people have been doing that. Today was nice, at least. I'll take you to St. Paul, Shadow Falls Park. Yeah, it was kind of the opposite of yesterday. We kept warming as the day went on yesterday, and, today it kept cooling. But it felt pretty good until that wind started picking up, and it's going to start to feel like it's felt pretty much all January. So looking at some statistics, if you've been complaining about how cold it's been, I get it, and it's justified. This is our coldest January in 8 years. You have to go back to 2014 to find one colder. So we take the morning and afternoon highs, we add them together, divide, and here's what we get. For this month, we're 9.8 degrees. 8 degrees was the average temperature. 2014. So a little warmer, but that's pretty cold. January, by the way, we didn't fall below zero, not even at night, not once. This January, we've done it 13 of 27 days, and by tomorrow, it'll be 14 of 28. Yeah, tonight. It's 16 degrees right now. Our high happened at 3:41 in the morning when we hit 33. and it's been all downhill ever since. Bemidji, you're already below zero. Fargo, Moorhead there as well. We're all heading there. And unfortunately, with the wind, it feels colder, like 2 here. It feels double digits below zero already in parts of the state. So you know it's coming. Yeah, another wind chill advisory. The front that brought that pasty snow, I don't know if you tried to shovel it. It didn't come up easily. That is cleared well to the south. Pressure is moving in. That will keep the clouds away. It's also going to knock those wind speeds back a little bit, which will help, but it's bringing in that Arctic air again. National Weather Service does have the wind chill advisory across northern Minnesota and down here to the southeast. Bottom line, do like you've been doing. Wear a hat, gloves, cover the extremities, and I'm outside at least early in the morning tomorrow. So the feels like factor, watch it drop like a rock as we head through the night tonight. Feeling like about 16 below here in the Twin Cities tomorrow morning. Actual air can probably be around 6 below. Here's some good news. It's a short stay this time. The cold air doesn't stick around for long. It will be moving out. Tomorrow will be cool, feeling like about 1 with an actual high around 13 in cities. And you see teens are pretty much the norm for the afternoon highs. I don't see any snow in the forecast till possibly next Tuesday. So it's all about the feel of things. And look at this weekend, the average high is 24. We beat it on Saturday, close to it on Sunday. A balmish to January with a high of 33 on Monday. Tuesday, it looks like today, those temperatures will probably be dropping throughout the day. We dive deeper into February. The month is going to do a Rich Little-like impression of January and be cold again. So enjoy the warm weekend. Get out there, enjoy those winter activities. It'll melt a little snow on Monday. And then we get back to the freeze coming up later next week.
Look forward to the weekend.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. After the break, getting to know the Vikings' new general manager and the influence his mother had on his life. That's next.
Update your home with the latest in-stock styles from Becker. For a limited time only, with your qualifying purchase, choose from one of these premium Apple Reward products. The more you spend, the better your reward at Becker.
Here we go.
Hello, Master Chief.
This is going to be a good thing for everybody.
Here we go, yeah, come on.
Here we go.
With UnitedHealthcare Medicare Advantage plans, there's so much to take advantage of, like $0 copays on virtual visits.
Wow.
$0 copays on primary care visits and lab tests.
Wow.
Plus, $0 copays on Tier 1 and Tier 2 prescription drugs.
Wow.
UnitedHealthcare Medicare Advantage plans, including the only plans with the AARP name. Most plans have a $0 premium. Take advantage now.
Wow.
Hi, I'm John Roycraft, owner of Bath Fitter, Minnesota. With over 13 floors installed and top-notch customer service, we are Minnesota's premier bath and shower installer. Give us a call or visit us online today.
He's just like your dog, only bigger.
Clifford the Big Red Dog, rated PG, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Norm, seemed like a really optimistic tone today.
It really did, Frank, because the Vikings have kicked off a new era with Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. The team's new general manager marks a paradigm shift for the franchise, much like the shifts we've seen with some of the other pro teams in the Twin Cities and across the country. Ren Clayton helps us get to know the new man behind the Vikings.
Things are beginning to come to this offseason of change for the Vikings. Today, they welcomed Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah as their new general manager, a 40-year-old guy who 10 years ago was on Wall Street.
And look, a lot of the things that happen on Wall Street happen in the NFL. There's a market, there's players, there's prices. A lot of those things aren't any different. What you learn is the emotional just stability. At the end of the day, when it didn't go well, and go say hi to your friends and be a normal person and show up the next day and try and get better.
Adolfo-Mensah described at length what his approach will be to gathering data and points of view, aiming for a culture that collaborates.
The best decision-making engines combine information that isn't related to each other, related to the thing you're trying to find. So what it's really saying is you want information that covers the blind spots of the other thing.
Adolfo-Mensah's mother instilled a mindset that he says prepared him for his first time as an NFL general manager.
She always had this phrase, go on in life. You know, all I can do is work. That's all she would tell me. All I can do is work. So, you know, when I see problems now, I kind of get this smile on my face and I think of my mom, and I roll up, and that's when I'm most comfortable.
And we can't forget, they'll need a new head coach. They have their GM who has already had some meetings about that. We could be back here in the coming weeks for another big announcement. In Eagan, Ren Clayton, WCCO4 Sports.
Appreciate you, Ren. The Timberwolves, they're taking on Golden State Warriors tonight, and as a team, expectations, the way they handle the Dubs defense tonight will say a lot. And who nicknamed himself now Black Jesus when he's on a roll. Seriously, his words, not mine. Deal with double teams more often now. Defenses collapsing on him when he has the ball. That means every other scoring threat has a chance to do damage, like D'Angelo Russell did on Tuesday at Portland's 40-point night.
Defense, they did a good job denying him. So, I mean, I was kind of only one open, so I'm comfortable in that position, sure.
And the Gophers basketball teams are on court tonight. The men's team has a big one at home with Ohio State. Buckeyes ranked 16th, and now that the Gophers have a full roster again, they should be able to put up a real fight with the Buckeyes. Peyton Willis has been on fire. The team's been shooting well. The Gophers intend to keep that up tonight.
I know they're not going to take us lightly. They're going to do a good job, and we've got to make sure that we bring forth that same type of effort we did at Rutgers, and then probably some more. If we're going to have a chance to win.
The women's team just tipped off with a little while ago. They're on the road. The only time they'll face the Boilermakers this season, and they'll come home to face Wisconsin on Sunday. Right now, in quarter, the Gophers were down at the end of the first, 18-9. We'll keep it for you. And the Minnesota pre-professional women's soccer team has announced its name. Minnesota Aurora Football unveiled its crest as well, depicting Aurora over a Minnesota forest with midnight blue, Aurora teal. Nice look. They'll be in May, so that will be exciting.
Yeah, that's a cool looking logo.
It is.
Wish them well. It's good to have another team in town. Warm it up before soccer season, will you, Chris?
Yeah, we got to work on that. I love that logo, by the way, and the name. It's going to be cold overnight tonight. We will fall below zero, about 6 below in the metro, only a high of 13. But let's focus on the positives. A mild weekend, a balmy end of January with that high of 33.
We'll go with the positive. Thanks. And thanks for joining us, everyone. The news keeps news. Minnesota. We'll see you back here at 10.
If Jimmy has a new car that plugs in like a vacuum, you have you. Yeah, you. You create your own karma. You, who endured this to save on rent. You, who upcycled your prom suit for your first job interview and still nailed it. You, who went the extra mile to earn extra cash. Now you have Credit Karma, the app where your hard work can pay off with a new credit card, a new home, or even a new car. Wait till Jenny sees this. Whoa there. Karma with Credit Karma.
Shots fired. Agent down.
We have to
here. Everybody down!
I want this guy embracing.
You can sleep like a log, like a rock, like a baby. Sleep in style, sleep in control, in total comfort, in super total comfort, in ridiculous total comfort. And don't forget this. I love Schneiderman's.
That was your check. Yep. It's okay, everyone. I got this.
Are you a doctor?
Negative. I just watch a ton of medical dramas on Sling TV. Good news. Her kidneys are beating.
Sling live sports, news, and entertainment. It's the best of live TV for just $35 a month.
I need tweezers, rubbing alcohol, and a Western omelet.
Be confident you're getting the best of live TV.
You're gonna be fine.
Try it free. Sling.
The family of a domestic violence victim is doing what they can to support others. Today, they announced the creation of Tina's Healing Home. Its namesake, Tina Marie Fells McCombs, was murdered January 9th in St. Paul, a place to support African-American women experiencing domestic abuse.
My mother is very loving, nurturing, caring, fearless and was always a fighter.
Went on to say they want to cultivate a space where the next help can get it. Today, Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer officially announced his retirement. He'll leave the court in early summer. And reports, Breyer is one of 3 liberal justices.
After a presidential handshake, Justice Stephen Breyer reflected on a nearly 3 decades long career on the U.S. Supreme Court.
It's a kind of miracle when you see all those people in front of you, people that are so different in what yet they've decided to help solve their major differences.
President Biden, who presided over Breyer's confirmation as Senate Judiciary Chair back in 1994, called the justice's announcement bittersweet.
I think he's a model public servant in a time of great division in this country.
President Biden says he will announce his Justice Breyer by the end of February, and he says he will make good on his campaign promise to nominate the first Black woman to the nation's high court.
I will select a nominee worthy of Justice Breyer's legacy of excellence and decency.
Potential candidates include federal appeals court judge Ketanji Brown, who once clerked for Justice Breyer, and J. Michelle Childs, a favorite of South Carolina Congressman and Biden ally James Clyburn.
She has what I call the kind of background and experiences that we all have.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said he wants to move quickly to president's nominee ahead of the midterm elections. President Biden said he would consult the vice president and senators from both parties before making his decision on a nominee. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
In a statement today, the Senate's top Republican, Mitch McConnell, urged the president not to outsource his decision to what he calls the radical left. Currently, there are 6 conservative and 3 liberal justices on the court, and that is not expected to change with President Biden's first appointment. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says our roads are becoming more deadly. New preliminary data shows more than 20,000 people died in car crashes during the first 6 months of 2021. That's the largest number since 2006. The number of pedestrians killed is also up.
As people drove at higher speeds, more recklessly, more distracted, it is disproportionately impacting some Americans more than others. People of color, Native Americans, low-income communities.
Buttigieg is releasing a new safety strategy. It includes rethinking speed limits and more use of speed cameras. There's also $6 billion for grants for safer road designs that would include bike lanes, better lighting, and crosswalks. Some students in Blaine are doing what they can to help save the ocean. Graders go to Sunrise Elementary School. They read about a group of university students raising money to save ocean animals, and they thought they could do the same thing. The morning before school, you can find them collecting money and rewarding those who donate with candy.
We're gonna take it to the ocean cleanup, which all you donate is 1 pound of trash out of the ocean. And I think we should round up our goal to 500. But we have more than that. But we might have more than that.
Pretty cute. As you heard, they're thinking of upping their goal, and we think that's a pretty good idea. Their original goal was 350. They're already at 500. And then as of yesterday, they collected nearly $1,100 for the nonprofit group called the Ocean Cleanups. Nice effort, kids, and keep up the good work. Well, if you've ever dreamed of taking a trip, that dream could soon come true. Check out this new model from Klein Vision. It's a flying car that doubles as a plane. The wings are actually fully retractable. Has a 160 horsepower BMW engine inside. That's how the wings retract. The air car was recently given an airworthiness certificate, meaning it meets the European Safety Agency standards. Downside, though, it's expected to cost anywhere between $600,000 to $700,000 when it's ready for the market, which is still a few years away.
It's Man City Bath 60% off installation of your new bath, shower, or walk-in tub with 60-month financing, senior military discounts, plus a $60 Walmart gift card with your estimate. And call 1-888-8732 right now and receive $250 in Mad City cash for future home improvements. Again, call 1-888-889-8732 to take advantage of the special offer.
Come on. He's yours now.
We got your car, sweetie.
A dealership? I thought this was an online thing.
Looks like you done picked the wrong website, Chief.
It's time to sign, baby.
So you didn't go to a dealership?
No, with Vroom you don't have to.
Never go to a dealership again. Go to vroom.com, buy a car, and we'll deliver it straight to you.
The yaw's not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
A 16-day search ended yesterday as the Vikings announced Kwesi Adofo as their new general manager. It'll be his first time as a GM. He previously worked for the 49ers and the Browns, and before that, on Wall Street.
We are thrilled to be here today to add someone of Kwesi's to our organization as our new general manager. Strong leadership presence, a unique background, and a variety of strong football experiences, which we believe are significant strengths as he assumes this role. He immediately stood interviews because of his vision for long-term success and his gathering and intentional decision-making processes. He's a tremendous leader who believes in people, building consensus, and having strong communication throughout the organization. All the traits that we spoke about when we began looking for new leadership a few weeks ago. Every conversation we had with our clients led us to believe we were on the right track with Kwesi. He's widely respected and well-liked, and people strongly believe he will make an immediate positive impact and has a high ceiling for this organization, the Minnesota Vikings, to evolve and grow. Kwesi is already deeply involved in our conversations around the head coach, and we're excited about moving forward in that process. Kwesi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. First, I'd like to start off by thanking Mark, Ziggy, the Will family, this whole process, the Vikings organization, just everybody who's welcomed me. I really want to thank you for allowing me to serve you in this capacity. You know, from the moment I jumped on the interview with Mark, Ziggy, the Wills, Andrew Miller, Zinsky, Jamal, Ryan Munnins, and Debner, it was just an immediate fit. It just felt right. You know, I was catching up with AB afterwards, and he was working about things, and I was just like, man, they were so detail-oriented, so proud. And he's like, it sounds like you found your people. And I was like, yeah, I think it made sense, man. You know, I came down from my study. It was a Zoom. It was snowing in Cleveland, so I couldn't get to the office. And, you know, I came downstairs and I was kind of like skipping. And my fiance's like, what's wrong with you? You know? And I was like, I don't know. There was like energy from it. You know, I felt energized afterwards. And she joked that she went on Etsy that moment and bought a vintage Viking hat that she's wearing over there right now. So I think she knew before I did. Man, so much to appreciate about this organization. First and foremost, the ownership group. You know, Jersey, we got the Jersey thing in common. Just good people, really passionate, love football, just incredible, talented roster. You start preparing for these interviews, and you go over the decisions and trying to figure out what situation at the highest level at, and you get excited about what you see here. The unbelievable as you look around. You know, in the interview, I think you mentioned 3 or 4 times that they were the best, and I was kind of like, yeah, this guy's a little confident about. You know, then I got here and I was like, so incredible facilities, these passionate, proud fans. It's humbling, man. I have a really close friend from here, went to Minnesota State Moorhead, I believe, and he's he's been telling me some amazing stories about the fans here, just how passionate they are, how hardworking they are. And I really do believe that I was meant to be your general manager. I think it was just meant to be. You know, as to next steps, we're going to dive into this head coaching search and bring a partner for me in this organization to lead us where we want to go. We've had some initial conversations, but those have just been initial. Dive more into it as the week goes on. At the same time as that, though, I want to get around and meet everybody. You know, when you look at the roster and you look at the success of this organization over the long term, you realize there has to be great people in this building. It's just undoubtable. You see a lot of great character players that they've drafted and kept around. You love the family environment, the atmosphere here. And so I want to get around and meet everybody, you know their names, where they sit, what drove them to come here, their passion for football, everything about it. You know, our approach to building this roster will be intentional, thoughtful, thorough, and detailed, well planned. We know the destination. It's the same success and championships for these great fans. We just know how to, and we know how to get there. It's just having the willingness, the wherewithal, and the confidence to make those decisions to stay on the right path. Before I open up to questions, there's a few people I want to thank. You know, gratitude is pretty foundational to me, and you never know how many times you're going to get to be up in front of these microphones and get a chance to thank a lot of people in your life who meant a lot to you. You know, first, my mom, my superhero. Excuse me. Oof, sorry, she's incredible. Just, growing up, it was always you can do anything, and practices. It didn't matter what it was. It was always, did you try your hardest? Did you practice? Did you prepare? And it was always process over results. She was the first person who taught me that. She always had this phrase.